Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Lenox Justifier of Innocence, created by Zeus and Demeter to save humanity. I'm here as the character Josephine, which is Lenox in human form, and with me today is Mr. Buddy the guard dog, who's sent by the ultimate creator to watch over Lenox. As you can see, I have a new guest here today. This is Jason, so let's all welcome Jason.
Hello, thank you, it's a pleasure.
You're welcome, thank you. He is going to be playing a guest character on today's episode. Now before we start, I did just want to go over a few things, just to let you know what this channel is about, and also to thank those of you who have been following along. And I hope that you guys are having an amazing week. Now if you are here in Florida, as we are, we hope that you're staying safe during these storms, and you know, there's nothing else to do but make these videos. So have fun with that, and we will see you next week, all safe and sound after this next bout of storms. For those of you who are new, this is a fantasy justice channel where superheroes and mythological gods unite in the fight to save humanity in order to restore the balance between good and evil. This channel was designed so that you can listen to it like an audiobook, or you can watch and enjoy the images, the artwork, and the dramatizations as it goes along the screen, kind of like a picture book. This channel is based on true crime and real-world events, so some of the subjects might be sensitive in nature and may even trigger emotional response. So we did want to forewarn you on that. Though we always try to get justice in the end and bring some light to otherwise dark situations, we did want to make that clear. All of the characters are based in fantasy, and all of the justice is carried out in imagination. So in today's story, we're going to be doing the second part of the Menendez brothers. So we're going into the fantasy justice portion of it. If you want to get caught up and watch the first half, that is the last video that is posted on my page. So when you remember to like, subscribe, and click on notifications and share with your friends, it will not only help this channel grow, but you will be notified as to when we upload videos. Now you want to make sure you stay to the end, and we're going to go over what is coming up next on this channel as far as the series and what is happening with Lenox Justifier of Innocence, the book. So we will see you at the end. Enjoy the show.
In the previous episode, we learned of the Menendez brothers' case. The next morning, Lessa, Amalia, Mr. Buddy, and Lenox head to the court to meet with the judge and a couple of attorneys that volunteered to help. With Amalia's assistance, we were able to find information that ties Jose, the father, to Sony, which explains the blatant violation of the boy's constitutional right to present a defense. With Sony being such a powerful in the industry, they will stop at nothing to cover up the mistreatment of women, children, and talent culture that they have cultivated, allegedly. Lenox arrived at the court. Amalia, serving as co-counsel, took her seat up front while Mr. Buddy and Lexa sat in the back to observe. Lenox, in compliance with the court's rules, left her crossbow behind, as well as any electronic equipment. Lenox walked into the courtroom, a towering, intimidating force, through a corridor of attorneys. Interesting. It's a lot of attorneys for a simple conversation, she thought to herself.
do.
Hello, Lennox.
Judge?
We have a full docket today, Miss Lennox, so let's quickly summarize why you are here. My notes state that you are here in regards to the Menendez brothers. Let me save us all some time.
The judge was not giving Lenox the opportunity to speak.
I reviewed the case and didn't see any reason for this meeting to continue.
Lenox, not one to tolerate disrespect, put her hand up, silencing the judge and causing a vibration to run through the courtroom. You learn more when you listen as opposed to talking. Silence while we have the floor. The judge fidgeted uncomfortably. His attorneys giving each other the side eye, straightening up in attention. As you are all aware, I am Lenox Justifier of Innocence. I only come to the defense of those who have suffered grave injustice. We all know the story of the Menendez brothers. I am not here to reminisce. I am here to point out the few key factors that the attorneys at the time failed to present. Do not interrupt, for it will take time to really listen. You will understand why I am fighting on their behalf to have them set free, why I believe they have more than paid their debt to society, and why I believe, amongst others, that these men have been wronged by our judicial system. I am confident that you will be in agreement and will take the necessary steps to free them and provide restitution for their grave injustices they have endured for the majority of their lives. Let's begin with the most glaring factors first. The use of the taped confessions. Though I am in complete disagreement about the manner in which these tapes came to be used to begin with, we shall not rehash that. It is my understanding that these tapes were allowed into evidence under the exception involving the patients, whether the patients would pose a possible threat to others in the future. Is this correct?
Yes, this is correct.
Okay, so with these same exceptions, the doctor is also allowed to violate his oath to report harming of children. Is that correct?
Yes, that would also be correct.
Okay. It is my understanding that the reason the Menendez brothers were in counseling to begin with was to find a way to cope with the years of child harming they endured as children at the hands of their parents, primarily Jose the father, and allegedly his professional associates. Based on this same exception, the doctor could have provided evidence to the defense, the same evidence that was used for the prosecution, in order to corroborate the Menendez brothers' claims. Yet, that same exception was allowed to use illegally obtained recorded sessions for the prosecution. Why was it denied for the defense? In turn, it led to their line of defense being denied, which led to the conviction, which is a clear violation of Amendment 6. The United States versus Henris 79 MJ 370. The Constitution guarantees criminal defendants a meaningful opportunity to present a complete defense. The violations were then compounded by the fact that these brothers were placed in different prisons to never see each other again, which, knowing the history of these brothers, all they ever had in this world was each other. That, in my opinion, violates Amendment 8 in regards to cruel and unusual punishment. The brothers' case was a series of one injustice after another that deserves another look. The brothers' case against Jose should have been dismissed as self-defense. And for Mary the mother, voluntary manslaughter. In the state of California, voluntary manslaughter carries an average sentence of 3 to 11 years. The brothers have been incarcerated for 34 years. That is triple the amount of time that they should have served. They have paid their debt to society for the crime that they have committed.
Lennox, I can't make any promises, but I can take a look at the case.
Okay, I don't think that's good enough. So let me propose this. Reopen the case and give them a new trial. In light of all the new evidence that has come out in regards to the music industry and Hollywood alike, that we revisit this case. It is also worth noting that new evidence has been brought to the surface. A letter was found that corroborates their claims. Andy, the cousin who testified during the trial, stated in his testimony in regards to the harming allegation, in addition to that of band members from the former band Menudo, who have recently alleged similar harm done to them by Jose the father,
confirming the brothers' allegations about the father.
Furthermore, during this same time period, while the brothers were on trial, the Bobbitt case occurred. Lorena Bobbitt was harmed by John, the husband, and used the alleged physical and mental harm at the hands of John as her defense. And yet this was allowed, while the brothers were denied. It begs to question, why the double standard?
Perhaps it has something to do with Jose being part of the Sony Corp, the same Sony Corp who owns Bad Boy Records. The same Sony Corp whose CEO imprisoned Mariah Carey and has a shadow involvement in the deaths of Michael Jackson, Prince, George Michael, Whitney. The list goes on and on. Speculation it may be, but we all know where there's smoke, there is fire.
The letter reads on as follows. At times, I wish I could talk to her about things, Some stuff, especially Dad. But I feel the way that she worships him and tells him everything. So, I fear she would tell him whatever I say. I just can't risk it, Lyle. Got a huge fight with her, and we couldn't even spend Christmas with the rest of the family. Mom freaked out, and I said if he wanted to go, then he could go alone. I just don't know why she worships him like that. Lyle wanted to stay, but Dad wouldn't let him. So I'm stuck here alone. I've been trying to avoid Dad. I'm still hoping. It is still happening. But it's worse now. I can't explain it. He is so overweight, and I can't stand to see him. I never know when he's gonna come into my room and when it's gonna happen again. It's driving me crazy. Every night I stay up thinking he might come in. I need to put this all out of my mind. I know what you said before, but I'm afraid. You just don't know Dad. And the things that he'll do. He's crazy. He's warned me 100 times about telling anyone, especially Tyler Ann. Am I a serious wumpus? I don't know if I'll make it through. I can't handle this, Andy. I need to stop thinking about it. Do I need to play the Menudo clips for you?
No, that will not be necessary. You have convinced me, and I will reopen the case for you.
Thank you. but I have more requests.
What is that?
Release them on house arrest so that they can be reunited and aid in their defense. I will personally make sure that they are at the trial.
And see what I can do.
I appreciate that. I will follow up with you tomorrow. Lennox, Amalia, Leska, and Mr. Buddy leave the courthouse.
I'll expect your call tomorrow. Come on, guys. Let's go back to the sanctuary. Amalia immediately went to work, assisting the attorneys, while Alexa prepared the accommodations. When Lennox received the call from the judge, he stated that based on new evidence, a special counsel reviewed the case and the brother's sentence has been suspended. They will be set free to live the rest of their lives in peace, along with a hefty sum of money from the state of California in a formal apology for keeping them incarcerated longer than what their sentence should have been. The crime against the father has been overturned, deemed as self-defense, while the mother's was deemed as voluntary manslaughter.
Lennox receives a call. Hello, this is Lennox.
Hello, Lennox. I am working on getting everything put together now, but I have one favor to ask of you.
I don't do favors, Judge, but ask.
Drop the deep dive you and your team are on in regards to the corporation you mentioned.
Absolutely not. I will go where the evidence takes me and deliver true justice where you have failed to do so. Nerve of that guy.
You want to turn on the TV? The Menendez brothers are on and they're looking pretty sharp. I think it's going to make you happy.
Okay, that was quick. Sounds good to me.
We are grateful to those of you that never stopped believing in us and fought for justice. As far as the windfall we're receiving from the state, Lyle and I decided we were going to use it to create a safe haven for other survivors. Create a place where they can feel safe, be heard, and gain access to the legal assistance that they need. A place for healing. We are grateful to be united and humbled to be able to live out the rest of our lives in freedom. Thank you so much. We are eternally grateful and will continue to pay back to society.
I am happy with the outcome. I am too. But while we were in there, Ogard informed me that what has gone down with Diddy. Come on. It's time to reveal who the true players are in this operation and take them all down. Once and for all.
This is going to get ugly.
It's nothing we're not used to. Let's go. So if you are watching this part, that means that you made it to the end. So thank you very much for watching the entire video. And as I promised, I would let you know what is coming up next on this channel. So we're going to be following up on what we touched base on at the end of this video. And that is going to be to continue on the investigation on P. Diddy and where we think he ties into as far as who's above him, who's below him, and who is working with the organization. It's all based on conspiracy and it's all alleged. So just remember that we are just having fun with this. So we're not lawyers, we're not investigators, and we're just having fun with the stories and talking it out so that we can try to figure out how we can prevent these type of tragedies from happening in the future and try to learn from it and help any and all those victims who have been affected by what has transpired. So with that said, We hope that you guys who are in Florida and any of the areas that have been affected by the storm made out okay. And our blessings and prayers are with all of you. And thank you so much for watching. And remember to come back next week for the continuation of the series. And as far as the book, I do have about 30 new art pieces that have been created. So in the next video, I am going to show you some of those pieces, and you can vote on which ones you like the best. And from that, I will make my decision as to what is going to go into the second book, the second part of the series. So thank you guys so much again. Also, before we go real quick, I wanted to let you know that Jason here is going to be launching his own YouTube channel soon. So I will be introducing it on this channel. It's going to be completely different, a lot less morbid. He is going to be talking about golf, which a lot of you who are golf enthusiasts will enjoy his content. And I will let you know on this channel when that is going to be promoted, and even give you a little sneak peek of what his channel is going to be about. So you'll want to stay tuned for that as well. With that said, I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Please take care of yourselves, take care of your kids, and as always, God bless. Thank you so much for watching.